you're going to build a business, know it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2%er Show, the real time, real talk of the journey in business. You're selling your time to your employer.
Whatever job you do, that job is selling.
You're still selling.
You're just a part of it.
It's just how you sell.
You may not be in the front line,
right.
But let's say you're, I don't know, pick something. Let me see if I could make it into a sale. Go, pick something, Jay.
Let's see, like a butcher.
Okay, so the butcher doesn't think he's a salesperson. Now, let's say he works at ShopRite, right? ShopRite selling the food. The butcher, without him, he can't cut the meat correctly to sell the food.
Right.
He's not involved with the public where he has to actually take the meat and convince someone to buy his or her meat. No, right?
No.
But if ShopRite doesn't focus on selling and buying to the public, that butcher is out of a job. Right? So he's just in a bigger system that's buying and selling. If he doesn't do his job or she doesn't do her job right and do her job and cut that meat correctly, what does the business that's buying and selling do? They fire you.
They let you go because
because you're not bringing anything to the table that can make them correct. They're paying you per hour or salary to help them produce. Now, the butcher who owns his own shop, he's directly producing, buying and selling. But the person who works at ShopRite in the machine of ShopRite, that's producing. But don't tell me that I don't like to sell because you're in something that's selling. That's why we talk about 2%ers, because that's the scariest place to be. When you're in the machine that's selling, we work for higher education. You know what they're selling? Garbage. They're selling diplomas to make you think that diploma is going to get you a job, which is going to make you money. They're selling that idea.
Right.
And day in and day out, I'm part of that system, helping students spend money to buy into that. Now, if I don't do my job good, they're going to get rid of me because they need to keep that system going. They need to keep buying and selling.
Right.
We're telling you that if you're part of a bigger system and they're telling you to buy and sell because you're in your job, you need to do it for yourself. You need to figure out what you can buy or sell. Right. So just like the school is selling these students, you need to go here, go to our college, go to university so you can get a better job and get some money. You know what we're doing? Podcasts, videos, posts, social media, telling people what we think, telling exactly how it rolls out there. Why? Because we're producing content for people to listen to, not because we want to make money. That's just a side part of it.
That just comes out of the back end for producing.
Correct. Because we're producing something that we love. We're producing something that we think it's true and that we're trying to accomplish.
Correct. All
the stuff that we're thinking, but the economy is going down. We're telling you to be on the offense. We're on the offense too. We're not telling you to do that. We're probably going to fuck this up.
I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's
no,
definitely not going to be easy.
I got kids. I got family to worry about too. I'm worried about too. While they're trying to worry, dad's going on the offense.
Yeah.
Dad's going to figure out how to make more money.
That's right.
How can I stack it up now so I could help them survive? But when those interest rates drop, buying that building.
That's right.
If that's stocked up, which I probably won't do that, but if a stock drops, I'm like, you know what? Boom. It's another Citigroup again. Boom.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but I can study the cycles,
right?
Which we do. And they always go through the same cycles.
Right.
Right now, they're just in the beginning.
And for those of you that are serious, send us any questions you have, comments. We want to connect with you as well. Because if you want to go on the offense, we're coming up with strategies. We're coming up with raising capital. Because even when things are bad, people out there do have money. There's people out there that
hoarding
do have
it.
Money. Right. But
they're hoarding the money.
They're waiting for everything to be for sale. Again, when everything's for sale, that's when you buy. So only the people with that money are going to be able to do it. So guess what? If you have people like us that are going to offense and we're looking for those opportunities, and you have, like, say, doctors that are still going to be well employed, probably still making good money, not sure what to do next, come up to them and say, yeah, we know exactly what to do because we've been seeing it happen. This is what we've done. We pull together all our money and we start investing in some of these things. Like real estate eventually is going to go down in price because it has to. Everything's a trickle effect. Everything's tied together. I know from the last time when the stock market tanked the way it did this time, shortly after that, within the year or so, the real estate market tanked because the mortgage bubble and all that. You know, it was just a trickle down effect. And this time around, it's going to happen again. Probably going to be worse, but that means that things are going to be so cheap to get into.
Dirt cheap.
So what we're saying is like, we're now over here soliciting for you to become an investor with us, but you may want to think about things like that and generate income for yourself, produce, because when the timing is right, yeah, we're gonna start asking people if you want in on this because we see the opportunities.
Correct. And if you don't have your eyes open, you won't see the opportunity when it comes.
Right.
And if you're with your other 2% of friends, I know that's not a lot out there, but if you are one of those kind of blessed people that have friends that also think like you, and you're trying to figure this out, and maybe you and your business partner or your friends always are in business, this is your time. Pool your money together. Figure out how to make it, save it. Why? So when things hit rock bottom, you can, in whatever industry you're in, whatever you want to do, you can capitalize on it and get out of this wealthy.
Right.
This is how it's always been done. You can't control what the elites are going to do, but you know how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it works. They make money when it drops, and then they buy in cheap.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how it gets done. Just know that it happens.
For those of you that, need that information, just study the Great Depression. Like how things went down, how everything went down that way. Because history does tend to repeat itself, mainly because of these economic cycles. So that's a great lesson. We haven't seen one in like over 100 years. So I know we're due for it. That's a good thing for those that are thinking for that. It's a bad thing, very bad thing for most people out there.
Yes.
Family members of mine are just freaked out, scared.
And I'm not trying to discredit,
Yeah.
We're not trying to discredit, if it gets really bad and how a depression works. No. But we are telling you that there is, just like the last depression, people made it out of there. People got wealthy again coming out of there.
Right.
They figured out they didn't have any fear. They knew what's going on. Their reality was, yes, hunger, no homes, no jobs. Yes.
Yeah. Living below their means. But on the other end, you have people creating amazing wealth.
Yeah. Empires out of that, coming out of there.
Right.
Even for all you MLMers out there.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people that listen to us, multi-level marketers on our social media.
Network
marketers. Multi-level marketers listen to us. Guess what? This is it. Look at all MLM companies that are strong, that have been around for a while. Even their leaders will tell you, every time there's a recession or depression or something and the economy goes down, that's when they heat up.
That's right.
Because why? People still need hope and opportunity, and they need a way to make extra income.
Correct.
So when they get fired from their job, because God forbid something happens, what are they going to do, sit around and be done? You're going to stick your hand out to the government? No, but you got to figure out a way, money on the side.
Right.
They do huge.
Yeah, they do.
During recessions.
I mean, they grow their organizations big time around those times because the options are now more limited to the average person.
Yes.
And that's the thing. And by the way, for those of you that are in that industry, in network marketing, multi-level marketing, that's the time where you go on a recruiting spree.
You recruit your ass off.
Yeah, for those of you that are no longer in it or have been in it or starting your own business, you may still want to just consider looking at what's going on in that as well. Because there are some that are going to be very well off after this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We keep an eye on them too.
And like, just for example, I'm thinking my opinion too for people that are in traditional businesses. They buy and sell something. They have a storefront. I think one thing too, from what I'm been studying, is if the market goes down and now people have less income to spend, I think a lot of business owners' reaction to that is to raise their prices.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They have less money. You're making less because you have less consumers, so you raise prices like everybody else. But I think there's a fine line where that's a defensive move. We're raising prices because you're trying to squeeze everything you can to keep your business afloat out of the consumers of whatever you have. Right. As a brick and mortar business, I don't think that's the best option. That's a defensive move, offensive move. So you have to stay productive. If you're raising your prices on the stuff you currently have, you're not focused on productivity. You're focused on income.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make income. I need to price gouge. I need to stretch it out. That's a strategy. Yes, you might have to do a little bit of it, but think about it in general terms. That's focusing on income. When recessions happen and depressions happen, the government does not want you to focus on income because they can't get their stuff back up and running again if you're focusing on income. They pump money into people and things and corporations and companies that are focusing on productivity, because if you just focus on income, your only reaction is to take money in, not spend it.
Mm-hmm.
Economy shuts down.
Right.
They need you to buy it and sell it. Buy it and sell it. So if you have a brick and mortar business, you got to figure out a way to keep the income coming in, but you have to keep producing. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's create another product. Maybe it's something that you're not used to.
Or partner like we were saying, with an MLM company, network marketing company.
Somehow.
To create another revenue stream.
Or partner with another business that maybe you have something that's alike. Instead of fighting against each other, come with each other, keep going, and create another product or something maybe you could relate, and you have to keep producing.
Right.
Somehow. Even if it's not you producing a physical product, and we're not just saying only physical products. Hey, if things are down and you're making a little less money, get on the internet.
Yeah.
Sell worldwide if you don't do it now.
Right.
Or guess what? Start talking about your products in your store. Start creating some kind of content. that can get people to understand that you're here for them and that you are the person to go buy it from. So even if they don't have a lot of money and they need to still buy to survive, they're going to go to you first rather than anywhere else. It's the same thing. They always still have to buy food. They still have to do certain things to live.
Sure.
And they have their cell phones in front of them. If they keep their internet up, they're going to be looking for content. Any way that can help them, whether it's help them to find something, learn something to get out of this, or keep them safe, start producing that content.
Yeah. Or even entertainment. Because even though...
Because you're depressed.
Yeah.
Right? If you're if you're a fear monger, right, you're the person who's fearful, they need to get back on their feet. Start producing content that make them feel better. This way, so, hey, but I own a shoe store. What am I going to talk about? I don't know. Do something about shoes that they could watch it. It'd be funny. Hey, Al Bundy did it. Married with Children.
Yeah.
That crap was funny as hell.
Yeah.
He's just a lonely shoe salesman, but it was funny when he was in there in the shoe store.
Yeah.
Entertainment. If you entertainment, they remember your name. And when things get better and they're back up and running again, guess what? They're going to remember you when you were there when their time was hard.
That's right.
But if they don't know who you are because you went to fear mode and you hid in the caves, they don't care. They're not gonna listen to you. They're not gonna want to. They're gonna buy from the person that was out there spreading the word, and content, and just getting it out there and keep trying to produce. Because you don't need to produce something that maybe right now doesn't bring you income right now. Remember, it's to focus on productivity, producing. Me and Jay never said that if this happens and during this time you're producing, we never said it's gonna turn around to income right there, the second. No. Is to keep producing something so when it comes out, if it's not during that time, it's later, you're in the know. You have a platform, people know who you are, or you may have generated some income for yourself because you kept producing. Now you could take that income, put it into things that are dirt cheap, and boom, skyrocket from there.
I think, and you know what? If we do get all this quarantine thing going on and the United States gets shut down and other countries as well, maybe the home delivery business is going to take off. You know what I mean? Even more so. I mean, that's the thing. Like, instead of us thinking this is where it's what could potentially happen and then get in fear mode, we actually are like, where would the opportunity be on the other end? So, like, the problem would be like, oh, people are not allowed to go get their groceries. What would be a solution? Well, maybe we just deliver it to them. Well, that means you need more people to do that, to deliver. See what I mean? Like, there's always other things that you got to look into. What are your thoughts on, like, cryptocurrency?
I really don't know much about it, but I think that it might be... Well, first thing about crypto, I think the real gold mine of it and the thing that's most powerful is not the actual cryptocurrency itself. That's what people, in my opinion, where people get it wrong. Do I think cryptocurrency is going to be a way where governments start to use it? Yes, because it's another fiat currency. Yeah. It's not a dollar, because remember, the dollar's not real. In case you didn't believe that, look it up. It's currency. It's fiat. The dollar in your hand is not backed by shit.
Or the numbers on your bank account.
Shit. It's all just numbers. Yeah. It's all fugazi. That's all it is, right? So the dollar's not real. So keeping that in mind, having a cryptocurrency is the same crap as having a yen, a dollar, a peso, whatever, because none of that shit is backed by anything. Just a wish. Yeah. Crypto's the same way. Yeah. So do I feel that could be another currency and move toward that way? Yeah. But I think the major thing that people should focus on in that is the technology behind it, the blockchain.
Which I think eventually that technology is going to be used
as
the currency
that has
at some
the
point.
Power, that has the technology. That's how all the things going to be able to use that technology to run economy.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't know, Bitcoin and crap, and all that stuff was down too.
Everything went down. It's crazy, like how like the last...
I don't know the future.
Yeah, but then, then next thing you know, they do another quick flick of the pen, and then the markets recover again. So you can't go with what the news is telling you. Because
the news, when you watch the news, if they're telling you to look at this, do the opposite. Yeah. Do the opposite. I'll tell you this right now, Jay. I'm not going to lie. You might think I'm crazy. I think it's going to be a run in the bank, bro.
No, I'm
literally going to take not all of it. I'm taking a lot of my cash out of the bank. Here we go.
Listen,
here comes the crazies.
It's funny because you're saying that, but I was thinking that last night. As I'm like watching some of these big entrepreneurs that have some advice about all this and what their thoughts on it, but then looking back and like just videos on the Great Depression and how it went down. Like there was a run on the banks, and I think it's gonna happen. If there was a run on toilet paper, like I think that's coming. You know what I mean?
But people might say, "But Bobbie, that's fear mode." Nah, bro. I'm not fearful. I'm looking at things that happened in the past. Yeah. And if there's a depression, what happened in the last depression? There was a run on the bank. Why was there a run on the bank? Because lending went down because the interest rates were so low. They stopped lending money out. So people couldn't have money to borrow, right? One part. Second part, their incomes also went down or they had no income. right? So they needed to get money ASAP. Where did they have their money?
Yeah, in the bank.
In the bank. So because it happened to a lot of people, everyone at the same time, hence the run on the bank to get their money out.
Right.
To use it. I'm not afraid that the economy is going to collapse and there won't be $1. If that happens, fuck. I can't do nothing about that.
It is what it
right?
is. Like,
we go back to, I'll start trading the barter system again.
Yeah,
right?
I'm ready for that barter system.
Right?
Don't
Don't even tell me. Hold on. Let me finish my thought because I know what he's going to say. He had me dying. If there is a run on the bank, I want to keep my cash handy with my guns, right? Keep my cash handy. So when the opportunity comes, I have the cash to buy into it. That's all. That's the only reason why. Not because of anything else. Because I just need my cash. If I freaking see an opportunity and the opportunity comes like we're telling you we think it's going to come and I see it and I can't get it because the sons of bitches banks locked my shit up and I can't get it and I can't get it out, that's just going to piss me off.
Yeah.
Because now I saw the opportunity. Finally in my freaking life, I got this crap right. Now I can't get the money because these assholes shut the bank down.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm going to get it. I'm going to buy that thing and I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
Just like you got to find the opportunity.
Yeah.
The other day I was talking to Jay and he was like, listen, Bobbie, whatever happens, I'm ready. What did you tell me? I literally was dying people.
If the worst case scenario and the shit hits the fan and everything goes to hell, right? And there's no food on the shelves and things like that. I mean, I'm okay. I got like I got some stored type of food for maybe 30 days max. But after that, I told him, man, I would literally just go out to the backyard and hunt squirrels. I mean, like, if it gets that bad, like, well, when you read about the Great Depression, people had it bad,
No, that's not how he said it.
And then what I would do is probably go and sell that thing or trade it for something else if I had to.
This is what he said. He said that. No, everybody, this is exactly what he said. He said, Bobbie, I'm going to go hunt squirrels. He said, I'm going to go hunt the cleanest animal that's available, the tree rat, the squirrel. He said, no, I've done research. He's like, the squirrel is one of the cleanest animals that are readily available in our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to go hunt tree rats because the squirrel is the tree rat of the suburbs. This guy had me dying. Now, I laughed for about 15 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes straight. And the reason why I laughed, not because I think it's hilarious and he called it a tree rat and he did research that they're the cleanest ones to go eat.
I mean, they eat acorns. I have an acorn tree right outside my house, so I have a perfect trap.
So it wasn't that.
I'll probably collect the acorns first before I eat the freaking squirrel.
No, he bypassed the acorn, the easiest thing, and tried to kill a squirrel. Dumbass can't catch a squirrel. But all I thought, everybody, what I thought was him trying to kill a squirrel. If you don't know Jay, he talks about, the Mets a lot. He loves the Mets. He loves baseball. He used to be a pitcher. All I picture is this idiot outside his house throwing fastballs, trying to hit squirrels to kill them or knock them unconscious so he can kill them.
Maybe.
Because he has no other weapon. So he's like, but I got a fast arm. If I could throw an 80-mile baseball and kill this squirrel.
It's like a bullet.
Freaking idiot. So see, hey, if he's right and we have to hunt tree squirrels, I know what he's going to do. He's going to sell that tree squirrel. He's going to put some adobo on there. He's going to make that thing taste so nice. And he's going to go sell it.
Yeah, that's worst case
because
scenario.
If you can't go to the grocery store, guess what? The Underground Railroad of squirrel.
Right.
He's going to...
It's a new market. It's an underground market. It'll be a delicacy.
Everyone's like, where do we get our food? The shoppers are closed. This guy's killing squirrels like
I'm
they come out of
thinking
style.
what I got to go hunt, you know what I mean? Or the other thing
He's never hunted life.
The other thing I was thinking about is maybe it is a good time for those of you out there to start figuring out how to get a green thumb, learn how to grow something, grow food. Because even if it doesn't go to that extreme, you can always just sell that food back to the food market, make some money out of it. But if it does go to that extreme, not only do you have food, but now you can also sell food and now have some money and cash laying around where you can invest in all these other things that are going to be dirt cheap.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know crap about planting or growing food, but I'll tell you one thing. When I was younger, I'll tell you a funny story. We had a barbecue at my friend's house, and they had a lot of watermelon. Mm-hmm. And all the kids were eating the watermelon, but we were playing tag, and all the kids kept spitting the seeds in front of the house, right in front of the porch. You know what grew? Freaking watermelons.
Wow.
It wasn't in like, they didn't mean to grow it. Literally, where you would put the shrubs to make your house look nice, literally freaking watermelons were growing out of there.
That's funny.
Because everyone kept spitting the seeds in the dirt that was there. And they didn't take it. They just, one day, what the hell is that? Watermelons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
But see, that's just, again, if it gets to that point, you could produce so many different things. We're joking around with all this stuff.
Because we don't know.
But because we don't. But
we do know,
if
this opportunity.
If it gets down to it, no matter what, there's always opportunity.
Always. Always.
Whether if this is not the Great Depression or I'm calling it the greatest. I'm coining it right now. The greatest depression, because if it's not this one, it's definitely the next one where the dollar does crash. If this is not the greatest depression, then this is a time to really make some money, really generate some wealth, and gobble up assets. For those of you that still are not understanding what that is, as it's something that's just creating an income for you.
Creates income. The government is doing it. This is how they did it in the past. This is how they're going to do it again. Look at the history. Look up online. Look up videos. How does the government operate? When they have interest rates down and they can't lower it, they have to stimulate the economy to buy and sell. Mm-hmm. So they will print the money. Mm-hmm. They will go to the Federal Reserve to print this thing. And the money that they get from them, they can't just give it anywhere. They have to buy financial assets and bonds. Mm-hmm. They have to spend that. They buy government bonds to keep the money in the government. So the central bank, that corporation... because it's not anything federal whatsoever. It's a corporation that gives the money to the government. How?
Which is another corporation.
Correct. They give the money to the government. How? By giving them the money to buy. They buy the government bonds. That's how they give them the money. They don't just give it to them flat out. They buy government bonds, which now the government to do what? How they? Because the government can't make anything. The government makes nothing. They take the money and they give it to unemployment, and they give it to assets. They buy financial assets, stocks, bonds. They put money into the economy of people who are producing to get it to jog up again.
Right.
So if they're doing that, they're putting money to go into unemployment, which you're not going to do. They're buying financial assets. You need to do the same thing. Don't be afraid. Look for opportunity. Figure out how to make the money and buy something that will make you money, whether it's immediate or whether when this thing comes around and comes back up, you have something so cheap that it's going to be worth a lot of money.
Right.
And then you sell it. Mm-hmm. And you continue on. And from the little crappy watermelon seeds that you spit out right now, because something happens bad in the economy, you never know when that watermelon grows up. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
That watermelon was free. I should have sold those damn watermelons. I didn't. We just broke them and threw them around at each other.
You're watermelons. No, but I'm excited for real estate. I'm keeping an eye on that because I know right now. So right now interest rates are super low, but most people are saying, "Oh, now's a good time to buy a home."
But the value is so high.
The value is so high. Yeah. So if you were buying a home right now, for example, like if you're the average person buying a home, you're gonna lose right now because the price is so high. Your interest rates are gonna be rock bottom low. But eventually, what will happen is, and if you don't do this right with your mortgage, that interest rate will change, and later on, you don't know if you're gonna have a job or not. Are you going to be able to afford your payments? And then when that happens, and it happens to millions and millions of people like it did over a decade ago, that's when you're going to have the market values of all these properties go back down. Now, at that point, then interest rates will probably rise, because they're going to have to raise it to make it harder for people to borrow, right? That's when the real investors get in because they know property values are at all-time low, interest rates are all-time high, the average person can't get a mortgage. They gobble up all the properties, right? It becomes a renter's market for a while. And then later on, if they want to flip it, they flip it. Or you know what they'll do? When the property value goes back up, they just refinance that loan.
To a lower interest rate. Keep the cash. Right? Take some cash out.
Yeah.
That's tax-free to them.
That's tax-free to them.
Because it came from debt.
Yep.
There you go. But after you saying all that, I'm thinking as a person, as this stuff is going on right now, the virus, the government, everything's shutting down, why the hell am I thinking about when's a good time to buy or sell? I haven't even done real estate yet. I want to, but I don't know when the perfect time is. First of all, nobody knows when the perfect time is.
No, you can't get it.
It's never going to be where the low interest rates are low and the values are low. Doesn't happen. But in this time, I got to focus on producing,
Correct.
Being productive, whether it's producing something or guess what? If you're at home while everyone's scared and watching the news and they're trying to figure out what the hell to do, guess what? You study your ass off and look at everything about real estate, everything about the industry you want to get into, and you study and study and study and study, and you get that information so you know, okay, I know what I'm doing. So when it comes about, you're not just behind.
Right.
You had the game where everyone's just staring at each other, worried, oh my God, what are we going to do about toilet paper? And they keep talking to each other back and forth about all this crap. No one's figuring out anything.
And that's why I feel, I do think a little bit of a conspiracy theory, because, I mean, it's not something that is not possible. You have powerful people that come together and plan out how to gobble up real estate, how to, move markets, how to buy low and then sell high. Like, that's a conspiracy. You know what I mean? It's just that it's big. This is like, what's happening is big. And that's why I don't believe most of the stuff in the media, because I know they're trying to sway you to think a certain way so you don't make the right move.
Yeah, listen, I told my sister today, when my sister was talking to my mom, she's like, are you scared the corona, Mom? Don't go out to buy stuff because you got... I said, listen, sis, you know why this is happening? You know who's behind this? Budweiser. They're trying to ruin Corona's name and ruin that beer, that delicious beer, and they put coronavirus and use that as a way to associate it with Corona.
You know what? Now
That's
Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Corona right now, the beer is at an all-time low to buy.
That's right.
It's got to be on sale because
I didn't look yet. I'm going to look at that.
Yeah.
Right?
We need to stop drinking whiskey and start drinking some Coronas.
Something. No, I'm going to stock up on Corona because it's so cheap. If I look at it, and I'm going to eat my tree rat. I'm going to go kill my tree rat and drink a Corona with it and call that shit a day.
And then you got to get a T-shirt made say that you survived the coronavirus 2020. Again, guys, we joke. We know that it could be a serious thing out there. Yeah. We don't know the truth. At the end of the day, you could just plan for what you do, but you got to have a smile on your face. You got to be happy. You got to go out and make things happen and stay positive because, what else can you do? If you get down and negative, you're going to be unproductive, and that's when you're really screwed when it comes to...
That's when you lose, no matter what.
Yeah, that's
when you
lose.
People already call us nuts. I might as well just eat a squirrel. We love you guys. Keep positive. Contact us. Let us know what you want to do. Let us know what your attack plan is. No defense. Straight offense.
Straight offense, guys.